you all to the AppSec online program. Ramzan Mubarak to all of you, and I hope all of you are safe and protected. I'm your science teacher from AppSec Fort Road Middle Wing Boys. I will start with the hadith of the week. नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया कि नमाज मोमिन की मेराज है। नमाज मोमिन की मेराज से मुराद दरअसल मोमिन नमाज में अल्लाह से हम कलाम होता है और अल्लाह की हम्दो सना बयान करता है और अपने लिए दुनिया और आखिरत की कामयाबी और गुमराही से बचने की दुआ भी करता है। Now the topics of this week assignment: transporting food, osmosis and transpiration. The recap of the last week assignment: the chapter started with the root system, whose major function is to hold the plant in ground and takes in water from the soil. It includes two types: taproot system and fibrous root system. Then is the shoot system, which is made up of all parts above the ground. These are stem, leaves, flowers and birds. Then the roots and stems are the plant organs which contain the transport system of a plant. Now the transport system is made up of xylem and phloem, which are collectively called vascular tissues or vascular bundles. Xylem carry water and minerals from soil up to the parts of the plant above the ground, whereas phloem transports food from the leaf to every part of the plant. Inside a root and stem you can see vascular bundles. Then coming to this week topic, that is transporting food. Now first of all, what do you mean by the word transport? Transport means carry substance absorbed or made by the body of an organism to all other parts of its body. In the plants, it is not only water that is transported. Food prepared in leaves by the process of photosynthesis is also transported to other parts of plants. Now how it is transported? Food is made in the leaves, it mixes with water and make a sugar solution, which is transported to all other parts of plants through phloem tubes. The speed and direction of movement of sugar solution depends on the amount needed by the parts of the plant and at which time. Like in spring, as the plant is growing, more energy is required, so more sugar goes to the growing shoots, whereas in autumn, sugar is stored in fruits and seeds as growth slows down. Now this is the diagram that shows how sugar flows through a plant. In this diagram, you can see the cells inside the leaf. Sugar is made in the leaf and it mixes with water to make sugar solution. Now this sugar solution will move up and down a plant through phloem tubes. Sugar goes into roots and shoots and is used in respiration, as it is a process by which energy is released to perform activities. The sugar that is not used in respiration will be stored as starch. Now next is the difference between osmosis and diffusion. Now what is the difference between both of them? Diffusion is the movement of any substance from one place to another, whereas osmosis is the movement of water molecules from areas that contain high concentration of water to areas that contain low concentration of water across a partially permeable membrane. So it is not wrong to say that osmosis is a type of diffusion. Now what do you mean by a partially permeable membrane? It is the membrane that allows only some molecules to pass through because of the tiny holes it contains. Now this is the diagram that shows how water molecules moves across the partially permeable membrane. In this diagram you can see a beaker containing weak sugar solution and strong sugar solution. In the middle, the beaker is separated by a partially permeable membrane, also called as a semi-permeable membrane. On the left hand side of membrane, less sugar molecules are present and more water molecules can be seen as compared to the right hand side of figure 1. A partially permeable membrane has very tiny holes in it, as you can see, which only allow water molecules to pass through as they are very small. Sugar molecules are too big to get through these holes. Water can pass the both ways, but there are more water molecules in weak sugar solution than in strong sugar solution. So water molecules will move across the membrane into the strong sugar solution. This process is called as osmosis. There is another diagram showing the process of osmosis. A beaker that is present on the left hand side contains a weak sugar solution containing a bag made of partially permeable membrane filled with strong sugar solution. You can see in the second diagram, liquid begins to rise in the tube as water moves from weak sugar solution to strong sugar solution. Next is the process of transpiration. Now it is the process by which plants releases water vapor through stomata, which results in additional water being pulled up through the stem and circulated through the plant for use in photosynthesis. Now this diagram shows how the stomata is controlling transpiration. Stomata are the tiny holes on the underside of the leaf and are surrounded by guard cells. When the plant has plenty of water, the pressure inside the guard cells increases and the stomata will be open. Open stomata will allow more transpiration, as in the first diagram. Whereas in the second diagram, stomata is closed because guard cells lose water, the pressure inside falls and the stoma will close, resulting in slowing down of transpiration. Next are what are the factors that affect the rate of transpiration. It is affected by a number of things: temperature, wind, humidity and time of day. Temperature, on a warm day what will happen? More water will evaporate and transpiration will increase. Wind, on windy days more water vapor will be blown away by the wind and transpiration will speed up. Humidity means that more humid day will contain air will contain more water vapor, so transpiration will speed up. Time of the day is very important as stomata are only open during the daytime, so during the daytime transpiration will increase. Now this is the diagram that shows transpiration stream. You can look at the step number 1, in which water is taken up by the roots from the soil. Now water will move into the cell. Now in the cell the water is more as compared to the next cell, so the water will move from the first cell as a result of osmosis to the next cell. Now the second cell contains more water than the third cell, so it will move as a result of osmosis from the second cell to the third cell. Ultimately you can see in the third step the water is being pushed up in the xylem tubes up by pressure. Like when you want to suck water through a straw, what will happen? You have to put pressure, you have to suck it with pressure. In the same way xylem is pushing the water with pressure up to the plant. Then you can see water will enter the leaf cells. When the leaf cells contain more water, that water will be evaporated and it will enter into the air. When the plant needs again more water, again this whole process will take place. So this is the diagram that shows transpiration stream. Now coming to your written assignment, first you have to read the textbook pages 18 till 21. Then you have to do test yourself page 18. Questions which you have to do for written assignment are 1 and 3. Why do growing shoots need sugar? Because they need sugar, as sugar releases energy as a result of respiration and growth is taking place over there. Question number 3 is why are the holes in the ends of the phloem tube? So that the food can easily pass from one to another. Test yourself page 19, question 1 to 4. You have to do question 1. What is osmosis? It is the movement of water molecules across a partially permeable membrane. Explain why osmosis is a special kind of diffusion, because it involves the movement of molecules. Question number 3 is what is a partially permeable membrane? It is a membrane that allows only some molecules to pass through them. Question number 4 is explain why the liquid rises up the tubing in the experiment shown on the top of page. Because the water molecules moves from the weak sugar solution to the strong sugar solution. Then you have to do textbook page number 21. You have to solve question 1, 3 and 4. What is transpiration? I told you. Then describe how guard cells change the shape of the stomata. You have to support this answer with the help of the diagram as being shown in the slide. Then you have to list down 4 things that affect the rate of transpiration, and the 4 things are temperature, humidity, wind and time of day. Then question number 5 is explain why a pot plant will soon start to wilt when it is kept on a sunny windowsill. Because on a sunny day what will happen? Temperature will be high, more water will evaporate, transpiration will be more and the plant will wilt. After that you have to do textbook page number 32 and you have to solve exercise question number 6 on page number 32. At the end you have to prepare a glossary list, identify the difficult words on these pages and write down the meanings of these words. Thank you.